Thank you so much for coming out today. Today's a very happy day for us here at Phoenix Children's Hospital. Too often we have really sad headlines that we have to share with the community. The news that a child has gone into a swimming pool and hasn't survived, or the news that a child has gone into a swimming pool and has come out seriously injured with a very poor prognosis. It's a real pleasure for us to share happy headlines. We're so proud to receive the generous donation from Claude Maddox, the funds that were raised at the Margarita Bash. And we're also very proud to roll out a new program to you, the Playing It Safe program, which is for parent education. Most importantly, we want to make sure that everybody here and everybody who sees this information today takes home messages for Memorial Weekend. Drownings in Maricopa County tend to be predictable. We know that there's a higher risk on a holiday weekend in the summertime, so we want to make sure that everybody's very careful this weekend. We have a designated water watcher who's sober, ready to jump into the pool and swim to help the kids. I'd like to thank Claude Maddox for coming today and give him the opportunity to tell us more about why we're here.
Thank you, Tiffany. Good morning. I need to grab my script. Tiffany already touched on a couple of things that I was going to talk about, but I've been on the Phoenix City Council since 2000. Shortly after I became a member of the City Council, the firefighters came to me and brought a very disturbing message and number to me, and that is that the zip codes in my City Council district, District 5, West Phoenix, Maryville community, had the highest incidences of child drownings in the United States. And they wanted me to participate with them in helping get the message out to prevent childhood drownings, which we know are preventable. Over the years, we have done door knocking, we've passed out literature, we've had all kinds of programs communicating how we need to watch our kids around water, how we need to not assume that someone else is taking on that responsibility, how we need to start putting up pool barriers, how we need to, as adults, assume responsibility for watching our kids around water, how we need to teach them to swim, we need to learn CPR, we need our friends and family to learn CPR, the ABCs. Well, each year we've had some improvements. Our message was being heard. Unfortunately this year, for whatever reason, we are going through a very, very bad year so far. Our swimming season and the season that we kind of monitor our child drownings starts on Memorial Day, which is coming up this weekend. So far this year, we've had 22 incidences of drownings. 8 of them have been children fatalities. We haven't even gotten into the swimming season yet, and we're already experiencing that level of family catastrophe. The most recent, which is very, very sad, was a young boy, 5-year-old, in my City Council district who got away from his family and ended up at the bottom of a murky pool. The police could not find him. They looked all over, and ultimately when the pool was dragged, they pulled the boy's body out. And how devastating that is, I know, for the family. The sadder part about it is that the apartment community where this pool did not have a fence. They had let the pool go. It became murky. You couldn't see the bottom. The child got away from the adult supervision, and after the police finally located the body and pulled it out, obviously the child was dead because it had been quite a period of time. That's preventable. We know that. When we go back to the ABCs, the adult supervision obviously was not there. The barriers obviously were not there. The child had not had swimming lessons, so the class portion of it was not there as well. It's very simple stuff. We just need to focus on these things. The other thing that really upsets me about this is that the family, understanding the family is distraught, is blaming our police department. And unfortunately, when our police department and our fire department get these calls, it's one of the worst things that they experience, because they know a lot of times the end result is not going to be something that anyone's going to be celebrating. So I want to just reiterate the importance. My wife Sherry and I started many years ago, started an event which ultimately has become the Margarita Bash, Margarita Night, whatever you want to call it. It frankly started as a Jimmy Buffett party in my backyard and got so large that we had to move it to a different venue. And in the process, I said, you know, this would be a great opportunity to raise money for charity. And because of the fact that our United Phoenix firefighter friends were just starting their Adopt a Pool Fence program, that became my first charity to support, was being able to provide families who could not afford it, that had children 6 years or younger, a pool fence, putting that barrier in their home to protect their children. This has grown over the years, and now Phoenix Children's Hospital and their Water Watchers program is now part of the charities that we benefit. In the 11 years that we've been doing it, we've raised over $300,000 for charities, and in addition to Phoenix Children's Hospital, United Phoenix Firefighters charities, we have also done scholarship programs and other community charities as well. This morning, we're here to actually make check presentations focused on the water safety message and focused on Phoenix Children's Hospital and the great work that they're doing, and focused in supporting our firefighters who are still out there helping to put up pool fences and providing that extra barrier for safety for those children. So, Tiffany, let's start with your check. We have it right here. I am proud on behalf of my wife Sherry and myself, my city council staff who does a lot of volunteer work for us on this, as well as all the work that Phoenix Children's Hospital does with us, to be giving $27,250 to Phoenix Children's Hospital for their Water Watchers program. And we will continue to be doing this over the next, well, as long as I can do it. So, I appreciate it, and I know you're going to put it to great use. And then the second is, do you want to put this on the easel?
Sure, yes.
Let me grab this other one. Oh, I'm going to bring he and Steve up right now. I'd like to ask Steve Berline, who is Executive Vice President of United Phoenix Firefighters, and also Rich Bauer, who is who I'm going to call is the father of the Save Our Kids Adopt a Pool Fence program. Rich is the one who first approached me over many years ago and said, let's get on this thing, and has really developed the Adopt a Pool Fence program and Save Our Kids into a national model for addressing these incidences and helping us to try to save kids. But as part of the Margarita Night event, we are giving $11,000 to United Phoenix Firefighters for their charities, and these dollars will be going to pool fences and other charities to help save our kids and protect them from water, make sure they're safe around water, but also to make sure that they're safe in other ways as well. So, Steve, thank you very much for your continued support, and Rich, just keep up the great work with the pool fence. I understand, and I'm going to let you say something here, both of you. I understand we're almost on our 700th fence.
We're fastly approaching, yeah.
Perfect. Well, Steve, you want to say something?
Thank you. And again, thank you, Claude. For over 20 years, Claude has been working with the firefighters and making our community safer across the valley, and he's done a tremendous job, not only as a citizen, as a councilman, and now as a mayor hopeful. He keeps leading the charge when it comes to public safety. Firefighters charities, of course, everybody understands the devastating impact that drownings have to the family, firstly, and all the first responders, firefighters, and police officers, and the entire community, actually. Firefighters charities, we've taken a 3-level approach to hopefully prevent drownings. We get out there, we walk door to door with hangers, reminding people to watch their children around water. We currently provide swim lessons, and then we get out and we provide pool fences. As Claude mentioned, Rich Bauer, he championed the pool fence program from its inception, and I'm going to ask Rich to come up and say a few words about that program. Thank you.
Thank you, Steve. The Adopt a Pool Fence program was kicked off in 2005, and we were able to put 10 pool fences up in one summer. And after that it was about 15, and it kind of exploded into this program now to where we're putting a pool fence in a backyard at the rate of about one every other day. It is to the working poor. You have to qualify. But one of our biggest impacts in the community is in 2006, we took overhead pictures of Maryvale, which was Claude's area around 63rd Avenue and Indian School. It was the #1 zip code in the nation for drownings. In one day, we identified 55 pools without fences. Within 2 weeks, we had fences in those backyards. That zip code went to 0 drownings and remains at 0 today. So this program does work. This $11,000 represents roughly about 11 pool fences. We get a very good rate from a licensed contractor, Ironman Pool Fences, who I have to thank. He comes in low for us every year. But the impact will save more than 11 children. Most often, these homes are multiple children homes. So that $11,000 has the potential to save about 20 lives. So you got to really look at it that way, and it'll be put to good use. And we are fastly approaching, like Councilman Maddox said, our 700th pool fence since we started this program. So you can think of how many children 700 pool fences have saved. Statistically, we can prove every time a kid falls into a pool, but we can never prove how many times they walk up to that pool fence, put their hands on it, look at the pool, and then go back in the house. So this program does work, and I want to thank you so much for being a supporter since day one.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Just wrapping up on my end, and I'm going to hand it back to Tiffany, is that, as I said, we're coming into the Memorial Day weekend. We know holidays are the more serious times when families are out, they're partying, they're having a good time, the kids are around the water. I will say what I've said. If I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. Watch your kids around water. It doesn't just mean the swimming pool. It means the bathtub. It means the toilet. It means a bucket. It means the lake. It means the river. It means the pond. Water is an attractive nuisance to kids. They like the bright, shiny, and then if the ball gets in there or whatever, they get on the edge and they start looking over there and they're in before you know it. You hear so many different things. 2 seconds too late. Watch kids around water, water savers program. There's just so many different ways that we talk about this, but the bottom line on it is you just have to watch your kids around water. Don't assume someone else is doing it. Let's have a safe Memorial Day. Let's see if we can turn this summer around and make it a safer summer for all of our kids. I don't want to hear about any more drownings, and I certainly don't want to hear about the deaths. And I think Tiffany will talk a little bit about the other side, those who survive, and what their quality of life is as well. And I think she's going to introduce someone else that can really bring home this message. Thank you very much for being here today, and Tiffany, thank you very much.
Thank you. Last year in Maricopa County, we had 100 water-related incidents involving children. 20 of those children did not survive. We estimate about 10% of the children who go into the water come out with very significant, severe, lifelong injuries. So we want to make sure that whenever we talk about the issue of water safety, we tell you what we can do to prevent it. We remember the children who are injured, and we remember the children that we've lost, and those who are affected by it and will be for their lifetime. We have a very courageous woman here today. Her name's Corey Simchik, and she's going to tell us about her beautiful daughter, Morgan. You'll see Morgan's picture up here, and feel free to come and take a look at it and speak with Corey about Morgan. Thank you.
Hello. Thank you for having me here today. I am honored. But standing here makes me very sad as to why I am really here. I'm here because of the loss of my 2-year-old daughter, Morgan. Losing Morgan has left a big hole in our family, and I feel no other family should have to experience the loss of a loved one, especially a child. With Morgan, we thought we did everything right when we put our pool up. We thought we were safe, We found out the hard way you can never do too much. There is always more that can be done. You've heard the phrase more than 1,000 times. It only takes a second. For those of us that have lost a child, know this to be true. What should have been a swimming party and a family barbecue turned into my never-ending nightmare. On June 26, 2004, after swimming all day, we went into the house to eat. During that time, Morgan's curiosity got the best of her, and she managed to sneak past 8 adults and climb the pool ladder and went in. Morgan was in swim lessons, and we knew CPR, but our carelessness came during a family gathering. We failed to designate an adult to watch over the pool, and we failed to remove the pool ladder. Today, Morgan would be 9 years old and in the 3rd grade. I miss her big blue eyes and her soft little voice singing Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. She was always the center of attention and was our little drama queen. She would never give up without a fight. I believe a backyard pool should receive full attention. During swim time, you need a constant, capable adult to be your water watcher. That person should be sober, old enough to watch the children, designated with a hat or a tag, and able to swim and perform CPR, and given regular breaks. I thank water watchers for letting me be involved, because with them, they give me the hope that I can help prevent another drowning, and with that, it helps me deal with my loss. I know I can never bring Morgan back, but at least like Morgan, I can keep fighting. Thank you. I'm good.
Thank you. One of the things you may not know about Corey is this isn't her first time here with us today. Corey is the first to arrive at any event or effort that we're doing to prevent drownings, and always the last to leave, and very, very hardworking. We're really grateful for her support, and we're very grateful that she's chosen to share her story with us. We just have one more thing that we'd like to do today. We have a token of our appreciation for Claude. I'm going to read it to you. This is purple heart artwork from Destiny, who is age 5. I'll read it to you. Destiny's a sweet and shy little girl who loves to draw. She says the best thing about being in the hospital is how her doctors and nurses care about her and everyone else. She loves her daddy, brother, and grandparents. Destiny was diagnosed with ALL, acute lymphoblastic leukemia, in 2008. I'm so proud of the great care that we give to children here at Phoenix Children's Hospital. When it comes to water safety, we don't want to have any more patients who come to us because they've gone into a swimming pool. So please do be aware of the risks and take steps to prevent drownings today.
Thank you. Thank you very much. This is excellent. And this, like I said, this belongs to a lot of other people. I'm just kind of the mouthpiece of the event, but my wife and my staff and Tiffany and staff here at Phoenix Children's Hospital, and Gregory Torres. Where's Gregory? I forgot to introduce Gregory Torres, who is a big part of our planning and fundraising effort as well, and comes up with excellent ideas, and then he's the hammer when people don't send us the checks. He does all the follow-up work. So thank you very much, Gregory. And thank you all very much for this. Let's just watch kids around water. Let's make it a safe summer. Thank you.